Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about Loki from One Piece. Loki is one of the main characters of the new Elbaf saga, okay? I wanna draw him as a kid because there are things happening, information happening with this period of his life that I think is worth to mention. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about spoilers from 1145, so if you are not up to date with the manga, with 1145 in the manga, I invite you to click here, watch one of my previous videos, one of my previous theories talking about other topics within One Piece, other theories within One Piece, so you are not spoiled and I don't kind of break your kind of magic, let's say magic here for the story, okay? So in 1142 we see multiple things. I am not gonna be talking about the whole episode, I just wanna mention punctual things, okay? We see a comment from Loki that he's talking about, oh, you know, you want to see Shanks, no? I understand because, you know, when you admire someone, something like this, no? When you admire someone or when you follow a man, you obviously you want to see him, okay? And then, you know, Jarundin is thinking about why is he saying this, or I know why you are saying this, but I am not going to say anything, you know, and the problem that we have is that we have like a mini flashback when we see a silhouette. Obviously silhouettes are most of the time characters that we don't know yet, they haven't been revealed in the story, and yes, as you may suspect, this seems to be Rox. Rox the Shebek. Rox the Shebek was the ultimate bad guy in the story when Garp had his prime, when Gold Roger had his prime, okay? Rox was the leader, the captain of the Rox pirates, and these pirates included people like, you know, Whitebeard, we had as well Kaido there, we had Big Mom, we had Shiki there, we had Stussy, the original Stussy as well, we had the old Empress from Amazon, Lily Gloriosa as well was there. So there are multiple characters, all of them legends of the piracy in a One Piece world that we know, we have confirmed that they were there. And all of these big pirates always have this in common, that there is always a kid, like an apprentice or something like that, that they want to join the crew. We had Shanks and Buggy in the Gold Roger crew, for example, and we have people like Blackbeard, that he joined the Whitebeard pirates when he was actually a kid as well, okay? We see this with Tama, that Tama we thought was gonna join Luffy. We see this with Momo a little bit as well. All the time we have these kids, like Luffy originally wanted to be with Shanks in the crew, that they are fans and they want to follow the footsteps of these people. Here we have Loki, here we have the silhouette of Rox the Shebek, we have the silhouette of Whitebeard talking with Shebek as well. And yeah, seems to be that Loki was this person. So Rox was this person for Loki. I always said in my previous videos that Loki is a good guy. I think 100% Loki is a good guy. All this facade of being a trickster, being bad, being very mischievous, being very bad, and being locked by Shanks on the Adam Tree. All of this, I think, is a consequence of bad-mouthing him around the town. In the previous episode, 1144, there is a moment where Loki tells his brother, Jarundin, he says, I can't believe, something like that, no? Like, I can't believe that you are actually believing what everyone is saying about me, and kind of saying, you know me, and even if I'm a little bit, you know, trickster and things like this, I am not someone who will kill his own father or even without reason. Okay, I will go into that in a moment, but what I want to say with this is Loki's introduction tied to the tree was pretty similar to Zorro's introduction, and Zorro ended up being good. Zorro, when he arrives there to the tree with Luffy and meets Loki for the first time, he has his suspicions, and funnily enough, he doesn't want to believe that Loki is good. And he says, well, anyway, Luffy, do whatever you want, and if he ends up being bad, we will just defeat him. Basically sharing Luffy's opinion, but we can see Zorro is not trusting Loki. Funny, because no one trusted Zorro when he was introduced. Another important thing I'm always mentioning about Loki being good is that there is a period of time between he kills King Harald and the rest of the guys, and Shanks kind of ties him to the tree. There are like years that pass that he's around the lower ground level in Elbaf, that is hell, and during this time it's known that he was running havoc around that area, and no one could go to that area. Basically, it was like an abandoned area. What we see when Shanks, that we call him Shanks, but it's officially Shamrock, and Gunko are kind of trying to invite him to be a God's Knight, okay? That means he's super strong. When they're trying to do this, we see the animals there, and Loki is friends with the animals, okay? Where have we seen that? I said it already in that episode that I'm talking about Shanks. We see this with Luffy's time skip, in the pre-time skip as well. We see with Luffy, when Luffy's a kid, we see these similarities as well. Luffy is always befriending the animals, and all his attacks in Year 4, for example, are referring the animals that he befriended when he was on his own training near Amazon Lily. So Oda wants to show us, hey, look, in town are saying that Loki is bad, and Loki is a murderer, basically. And on the other hand, I'm showing you Loki has all the characteristics that Luffy had, plus Zorro had when they were younger, okay, years ago when we met them and everything. So, all of this is, I think, proving enough, is giving enough information to us to believe that Loki is good. Loki is a good guy. Loki is gonna be helping us. Loki has this kind of superhero side, I will say, where in 1143 he's telling Luffy, release me if you don't want Elbaf to be destroyed. There are two translations for this. In one translation he says, if you want Elbaf to be safe, kind of, release me, or if you want me to destroy Elbaf, release me. So I think officially what I've seen after when you wait some time after the episode is released, you have kind of the more loyal translation and the more official translation, and basically it's about that. If you want Elbaf to be saved, release me from the shackles. And it's when he hits with the hammer and everything. In that episode what I was talking about, I think he has a tremendous amount of observation haki. I think he hit with the hammer the tree and throw that lightning to the town. We see the silhouette of the castle, so he's throwing it to the town where originally Nami and the rest were there, where these kind of beasts, rare beasts or creatures are attacking. And I think he already from the distance attacked there, because what is Oda doing here is putting the people who has more haki abilities from the crew, in this case Zorro, Luffy and Sanji, not counting Jinbei in this one, but the original monster trio, he's putting them there together, so all the guys who could see, all these guys, remember that we're waiting from Green Bull, watching what Momo was gonna do and Yamato was gonna do with Green Bull attacked Wano at the very end of the saga. So these guys that we know that they can see things farther than everyone because they have the observation haki, they are not able to see that the God's Knights are in another place of Elbaf, or doing this or doing that, okay? It's only Loki, the one who knows they are there, that the one who knows they are attacking, and the one who throw a distance attack into another place very far from where they are, randomly, okay, to put the fire and everything that we have around, that we are struggling now in these couple of episodes, like, oh my god, the kids are gonna get burned and everything. This is basically Loki trying to stop the kids to escape, well, not to escape, but to be taken by the God's Knights, okay? So, if we think about it and we put all these pieces together, slowly we start kind of picturing a different image of this character, of this bad guy so far, so-called bad guy Loki, okay? We know that the villagers, the people from the town, the giants in general, they have this image of Loki as a murderer, as 16 years ago, I believe it was 16 years ago, he killed King Harald in the castle. The castle is half destroyed because he fought there against the king, and 100 of the giants, and he killed them all, only leaving alive Jarul, but Jarul has a sword in the head. I explain in this video that I'm gonna put here that Jarul is deeply corrupted, was in league with the King Harald, manipulating the King Harald, and in league with the world government, specifically Gorusei and Imu, okay? All of this, I think it will make sense when the sword is taken from Jarul's head and he recovers the memory. Because I think now he's playing silly, he's playing this, he's playing that, like he has no memory, or he's good. But as soon as the sword is out, and I explained it in that video very nice, very thoroughly, the guy needs to reveal his true identity. I think Loki, 16 years ago, arrived to the castle, realized that Jarul was manipulating the king was kind of playing along, and they had these dealings with the world government, with these dogs from the world government, even God's Knights were there, and the personal guard probably was with the king, and whatever the king was saying, they would do, and Loki had to defeat them all, kill them all, to protect Elbaf, okay? Here, you may be thinking, oh my god, but that is too many things happening, and that is too, why Loki is always being famous, in mythology and everything, because he's the bad guy, he's the trickster, and we have a lot of influence from Marvel, for example, and Marvel has created their own Loki. It is not the original Loki from the Norse mythology. Loki was a trickster, yes, and Loki was mischievous, yes, but not everything is bad with Loki, and we need to take as well references of the good things, and we need to take in consideration how Oda likes to turn the page in characters and reinterpret what the mythology gives us or what the history tells us with pirates, with mythological characters, etc., 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 okay? And this Loki is One Piece Loki. Is not Loki from Norse mythology, even if he has references. He, like as I explained in one of my previous videos as well, he may have references from multiple mythological or real characters, like original Blackbeard pirate Edward Teach, that Oda used to create Edward Newgate, Marshall D. Teach, and such. He created from 3 characters, and I think in this one he's doing something similar, okay? Something very similar. So, as you can see, we are drawing here the kid character. It's looking nice, We are drawing the Kanabo at the moment here. The Kanabo is the weapon that he uses to fight, like Kaido. I mentioned before in my videos, as soon as the image of King Harald was revealed, I said there that Kaido was related to King Harald. Kaido is 59. I think he is the small child of King Harald, late King Harald. Then we have Loki, that Loki is 63. He is the prince of Elbaf. He is the heir of the king, legitimate son of the king with the queen, with pure blood lineage, with the horns and everything. And then older brother, we have Harundin, and Harundin is 81. He's son of another woman, so he's kind of a, you know, like sometimes happens, son outside of the marriage from another woman. No noble, no royal blood, no pure blood like Loki. And we see a lot of mockery and a lot of bullying from Loki's side to his brother, to his older brother, because of this. Like, oh my god, you are not pure blood, you are just, oh, your mother was like this. There is a lot of hate in Jarundin because of this, and we see in 1143, 1144 that he was gonna kill Loki when Loki was out, and Luffy stopped him and say, hey, let's stop this, let's not do this, okay? The guys stopped him. So, by saying this, and the description of the lineage of the giants, and we see how Loki may be the pure blood, Jarundin is the half-blood, less pure Oni than Loki, and then Kaido took more Oni than giant, Jarundin took more giant than Oni, okay? And we see the diversity in the One Piece world with the races, okay? That is very cool. If it happens and if it is confirmed, it is very cool. And I don't think Kaido is gone. I don't think Kaido's story is over. I think Kaido will come back. I'm gonna put a video about Kaido here. Kaido needs to come back with Big Mom, and he needs to kind of hold someone very big. It can be a God Knight, it can be a Gorosei, it can be, I don't know, but someone very big. Kind of to leave Luffy as Nika, transformed, pass, and say, oh, I acknowledge you as a Joy Boy. Kaido thought he was gonna be Joy Boy. King thought Kaido was gonna be Joy Boy. Both of them, well, Kaido was with Rocks. Now we have this new character introduced as well, Fanboy of Rocks, wanted to be his apprentice in the ship and everything. And basically Rocks used a weapon, Shirohige. Whitebeard says, oh, how could you use a weapon? I think when he says a weapon, maybe it could even be a gun, that maybe he gunned him all around and left him like half destroyed so he couldn't follow. But it could perfectly be something like a sword or a kanabo as well, or any other type of weapon, okay? Let's do the bottom part as well. I want to make sure that we are inside the frame, okay? I think, yeah, we are inside the frame, very nice, we are in focus. The other day I was drawing with my left hand, that I'm gonna put that video here as well, drawing Gaimon, and yeah, funnily enough, being so focused with my left hand, I forgot to focus as I should, and I end up having a little bit blurry video. But it's part of the process. I want you to know as well, by doing kind of, and by sharing this information and these mistakes, that this is what we do. Traditional drawing, there are mistakes, there is no problem about it. This is a process we need to learn, and when you do something that is not exactly as you want it, doesn't mean it's wrong, okay? And it's just about practicing drawing and practicing working in whatever type of job that you are doing, okay? Not only doing videos. Here we have the arm, and the top of the arm, okay, this part on the shoulder is covered with this kind of cape, or I don't know how they call it in Nordic terms, but this kind of animal pelt that he is wearing behind, okay? Let's see, like this, looking nice, looking very nice so far, very lucky. So with all these kind of points that I'm giving you about Loki's past, Loki's reason to be, I think there are a lot of information. There is a lot of information here to think, think and to speculate, theorize, and suggest that Loki is good. At the moment in the world, in the One Piece world, the bad guys are ruling. The world government, Imu, is ruling. They won. They won. And Rocks was their enemy, and the D were their enemy. That puts things in perspective, and kind of references to the D were good. Rocks was good. Even if Roger had to face Rocks in God Valley, even if Garp had to join forces with Roger to defeat Rocks, I don't know if kill it, or I don't know if kind of send him flying like the Team Rocket, I don't know how yet. We will need to see more flashbacks, but that doesn't mean all the characters are good, or all the characters are bad, okay? Not everything is black or white in the spectrum of color, okay? We need to see that maybe there are gray points in the middle, and what Rocks wanted to do maybe was a little bit too radical for Garp, a little bit too radical for Roger, but was the good thing to do. And what they wanted to do was maybe to save people and not to let people die. But kind of this is the concept of utopia and the sacrifices that the person or the group of people that is trying to achieve this utopia needs to do. Okay, sacrifices for the greater good. Kind of the reference that you have in many movies and in many stories. But we have seen now, this moment with Loki. With Loki being a guy who wanted to follow Rocks, and it is important. It is very important. They are gonna give us more story about Rocks with this. They are gonna give us more reference with Loki about this. I think Rocks Dishebek was good. I think the other fanboy of Rocks is Blackbeard, and Blackbeard has the wrong side of the coin in this aspect, and he's following the bad side of Rocks, and Loki may be following the good side of Rocks, and we will see some discrepancies probably with how Rocks was viewed from different perspectives, okay? For some people, Yonko Luffy is terrifying, is horrible, is basically a pirate murderer and like a very bad guy for the Marines, for example. But for other people, Luffy is good guy who is saving people, is helping and assisting towns and saving towns from basically oppression from these tyrants like Kaido, Doflamingo, etc., Crocodile, etc. So I think there is a very big chance here in One Piece that we have of Loki is gonna be good, and he's been good all along. He's been protecting Elbaf the whole time, and Rocks was good, but ruthless and rude like Luffy. Luffy is punching, kicking Momo all the time because he is putting his bravery and his courage at Luffy's level. He's saying, you are brave enough to face me, boom, boom, boom. Couple of punches, a couple of kicks, and you stay there, grow stronger. I think Rocks did exactly the same with Loki. Left him there on the floor, destroyed Bloody and Whitebeard, that it's a family man who will never do that, said, oh my god, what are you doing with him? And they left. And they left him like that. So, to be honest, I want to know your opinion as well, okay? So feel free to go down below to the show more section. We have the comment section, nice comment section there, and open discussion, open conversation. Let's talk about Loki and what do you think he's gonna be doing and how he's gonna be behaving, okay? This image that we have so far of Loki is like he's a bad guy, but I don't believe it. I can't believe it. There is like a mist like this on the feet, so we don't need to draw the boots fully. So let's do the back part of the bottom like this. Okay. Nice, looking very nice. To be honest, this drawing, it is beautiful. I don't normally draw them as kids. Maybe I should do that as well. Feel free to mention in the comments if you want to see that, if you want to see maybe, you know, Luffy, Zorro, etc. as a kids, and maybe me talking a little bit more about when they were kids and what happened when Zorro was at the dojo and when he left the dojo, or when Sanji was with the Germa 66 and things like this, or when Usopp was waiting for his father to come back, when Chopper was with his previous family, and he got the fruit and everything, you know, all these things, what Robin was doing while she was trying to escape from O'Hara and everything. I can explain a little bit about extra things as well if you want, and slowly build maybe a section where we have kids version of the characters or kids stories for the characters as well, and it can be very nice. Okay, so I think I would say this is very nice, and I think I'm gonna go into the realm of fine liner, if you don't mind. As usual, we have the Unipin Fine Liner 0.2 that I love to use. It's working very nice, this 0.2. So we are going to be defining the lines. Obviously, I want to fill some of the areas with black tones. I love to use the black tones for some of the characters, and here especially with the color spread that Oda released with when Loki is tied with the arms like this. We see that he has the hair pink, and the cape, this kind of pelt behind him, is as well purple. Okay, so we will be painting those parts like that. We need to be very careful with something that it could destroy one of my theories very easily. I'm pro BB being the ancient weapon Uranus, and pro BB coming to Elbaf, and there are many videos about this in the channel. You can search them in the channel, but I'm pro BB showing up soon and having this kind of reveal that she is the ancient weapon like Shirahoshi, and she is the ancient weapon like Momo. That is never been confirmed 100%, but I think it's Momo as well. But something that these characters have in common is the pink tones and the peach tones, like Shirahoshi's hair, Momo's robes, the samurai kimono and everything. And well, I don't know if it for masculine is called kimono or how it's called, but you know what I mean. And the color theme of Momo is peach, like pinky peach, like the dragon and everything. So it may be that I'm mistaken there, and it's not BB and it's this guy. I've been thinking about it for some time now. I have strong theory of BB and why BB has been doing what she's been doing, because the ancient weapon kind of agenda. But it may change. So we will have to wait. We will have to see. When I like it when I'm guessing a theory right, and I like it as well when I'm not right, because it allows me to learn new things and to kind of see things in different perspective. And yeah, so let's do. It has the hair here in the front, and there's some of these spikes everywhere, and the horns. They're real horns from Oni lineage, that is ancient giant blood. Okay, so as far as we know, all of these people that have horns, like Ulti, for example, and Page 1, that they are on the cover story rescued by Yamato, we need to put them in the same kind of box of the Onis. They are actually Onis. We have seen them that the saga of Wano is finished and they are still with the horns and everything. It is not that they take them out. Some of these characters may actually have as well ancient giant blood, and that's nice because we have a mixture of cultures and a mixture of characters that is very, very interesting in all these parts of the world now for the story and everything. Okay, so the Kanabo is a heavy weapon. We see this weapon as well with Albedo. Okay, some of these kind of spikes there, and in a moment we will paint them as well, and here and this. So as I said before, yeah, I want to know your opinion about Loki, about what do you think, is he gonna be good, is he gonna be bad, is he gonna be maybe betraying Luffy as everyone is thinking. I think he's gonna be an ally. He's been introduced more and more lately with Luffy as a friend, as someone who is gonna be very strong, but not strong enough to defeat Luffy. So that will make him, I think, an ally and assistance for everyone. I think he is a powerhouse. He is a top tier character of One Piece in regarding of fighting. Okay, so we need to take that in consideration as well. And let's see this. And a very important point that I haven't mentioned much in the channel is that he was in love, completely, madly in love with Lola. If you remember, Lola is this girl that we meet in the Gecko Moria saga, where Brook is introduced and he joins. And Lola befriends Nami, like sisters, they become like sisters. Lola even gives a piece of a Vibre card from Big Mom to Nami that later is helping us to escape a little bit the Big Mom area, the Big Mom territory, and it helps as well to avoid the homies, the souls that Big Mom is controlling to attack us. Okay, and why is this important? I think is this important because we have seen Loki using electricity for the attack. Not from his own power, maybe from the hammer. We have seen him connected to Lola, Nami connected to Lola. Nami is using electricity as well. Nami has Zeus, one of the homie leaders of Big Mom, one of the 3 homie leaders of Big Mom originally. We have seen as well in this episode in 11:45, I said at the beginning, we will have a little bit of spoilers as well. We have seen one of Gerondine crew members having one homie as a shield for himself as well. Goldberg has this kind of shield with a face, and they ask, he's with Zorro, he's with Sanji. And they ask, what is this? This is some sort of fruit as well. And he says, oh no, this is, my pops, my father. That I don't think, right now at the moment, I can't think who that may be right now. It must be someone that we know, because Goldberg is a secondary character, 0.8 to do some fillers. And being a secondary character, I don't think Oda is gonna give him more role than just, being around and that's it. So probably this guy, we already met the guy. It can even be that he's not a giant, like we have seen with Gaban and with Kron. And I don't know who the fighter may be right now. It needs to be someone similar to him. When my father clashed with Big Mom, the character design is pretty similar to Lucky Roo in Shanks' saga. We do not have any kind of information about Lucky Roo so far. No much information. He must be around, on top of my head, it can be around Shanks' age, more or less, around 40 whatever. Goldberg is 63, like Loki, so it wouldn't fit exactly, but for the character design it will fit. Oda may always rearrange some ages and say, oh no, Lucky Rua is actually 70, but he keeps himself very good because he trains every day, or because he eats very nice. It can be. It can be. I think I missed a line. I'm gonna do it here and that's it. I done a line here and I was so focused in explaining about Goldberg that I missed that bit, but it's okay. We can just add that little line there and then fill the gaps with this one. Okay, no problemo. No problemo. Give me some feedback as well. Feel free to give me some feedback in the channel in general with all the videos that you have been seeing about, you know, how to draw things, how to learn, and the children's book illustration and everything that I've been showing here is appreciated if you have a little bit of time to write a comment and express how you feel with the channel, and if you want to see something specific, any specific kind of story video, I don't know, you want to see Spider-Man, I will talk about Spider-Man as well, I don't have a problem, but yeah, let's open conversation there, okay? Drawing is looking very nice, I have to say, so far. We finished almost the dark areas here. In a moment we are gonna be doing the color, okay? Let's do all of this. Talking a little bit about, because I think with all the things that I explained, I think it's pretty clear that Loki is good, but talking a little bit about rocks and, you know, this duality that we have, Loki is gonna be bad, Loki is bad guy, and then he's not gonna be. And then we have this image of Rox, Rox is a bad guy, very bad guy, oh my god, well, says who? Says Emu, or says Saturn, or says Garp. We need to take that with a very delicate, you know, with very delicate situation, because One Piece is about surprise, and it's a story that plays with the unexpected all the time. We don't expect to see, I don't know, Luffy getting into gear second when he's fighting Blue Eno. That's one of my most favorite moments, most epic moments of One Piece ever. I don't think not a single other gear, like gear 3rd, 4th, 5th, Nika, nothing for me has compared to that moment, because that was surprise, unexpected. And Oda is playing with this all the time. Oda is kind of showing us things that we don't expect all the time. With the info that we have so far with Rox Dishebek, he's bad. He's a bad guy. He wanted to destroy the world. He wanted this, he wanted that. And to be honest, I cannot believe it. To be honest, I think we need to have some sort of frustration from Blackbeard's side. Blackbeard needs to fall into despair at some point as well. And he needs to believe that what he followed was all wrong as well at some point. He needs to have his ups and downs as a character. He needs to follow this evolution, character evolution as well. If we haven't seen much things about Blackbeard, or we haven't been following live Blackbeard only through the news, only through mini stories, only through this, only through, you know, things like this, but Oda has been building him anyway. This means if he's the bad guy at the very end, or one of the two bad guys together with Imu at the very end, we need to have a kind of something that is not gonna make him happy and is gonna put his determination in jeopardy and in a test. That, for example, it could play this thing with the reveal of the truth about Rox. When we learn who was Rox really and what was Rox trying to do really from his flashback, then is when we will have this kind of difficult moment for Blackbeard, and one of those moments that it will be decisive to, like with Hody Jones, to see how sour he will go and how radical he will become and how bad he will be because what he believed was a lie or what he believed was misinterpreted. Okay, I think that can give a lot of game to the story. I can gives a lot of playability to the character, and we will be there in a situation that we will want to read the next episode yes or yes and watch the next episode yes or yes. Then it's gonna be when things are gonna be getting very, very interesting, when the final clash and when the final reveal with these guys is gonna happen. Okay, we are almost there. Okay, just doing some more of these wrappings. He's wrapped everywhere. This flashback or this reveal that I'm mentioning all the time, it comes from the hand of Garp. Obviously, Roger is dead, and Rox, as far as we know, is dead. Whitebeard is dead. Okay, Shiki is from the movie. I don't think Shiki is gonna be coming around again. Gloriosa is not that important. Stussy is not that important to have these kind of main character vibes. Kaido already had plenty of time of screen time, so the only character that we want to see more and we will appreciate to know more is Garp. And Garp is with Blackbeard at the moment. This is the way that they are connected, and this is the way that, through the memo fruit that they have as well with Pudding. And this is the way that they will learn the truth about him. I have this theory about Pudding, that they don't have her to read the poneglyphs, and he's never gonna awake the eye in the sense of, oh my god, look, I'm so skilled that I'm gonna awake the eye now and read the poneglyphs for you. No, he's there to read Garp's memories, to show Blackbeard Garp's memories, Rock's determination, Gold Roger and clash with them, and then he's gonna be disappointed and he's gonna go crazy. That's what's gonna happen, and we need to see how Blackbeard took the wrong side of Rox and the wrong attitude of Rox, and Loki, the good one, and Loki is at the moment playing a hidden superhero. He, for the face of everyone, he is like a vigilante, or he's like a bad guy, like a Spider-Man. Oh, the Spider-Man is a bad guy. He's doing this, doing that. The police capture him, but actually he's doing good. He's doing good, actually. I think I see this kind of superhero vibes as well with him. Loki the Trickster has the name, but he's using Thor's power of thunder, the god of thunder. He's using the hammer as well, like Thor. He is using the Kanabo here, but now in the present he's using the hammer, and at the same time he's blind, or he has these wrappings in his eyes, kind of. What's going on with these wrappings in his eyes? Is because he's blind? It can be. Is because his observation haki, it is so crazy that he doesn't even need to open his eyes? That would be brutalissime, epic. I would love to see that part, for example, you see. And in Norse mythology, Odin, the All-Father, the god of gods, basically, the main god, Odin, he had let's start to add color, okay? He had one eye, he removed one of his eyes, okay, for wisdom, and the crows that he's always represented with represent these eyes of his that he sends around his territories, his lands and everything, and they are kind of reporting to him and telling him what's going on here and what's going on there. That's how he's able to see everything. He sees everything, but he's missing the eyes as well. And Loki here, as I said, has a little bit of everything, a little bit of all of them, and I'm completely sure that there are other gods, very important gods in Norse mythology. If you read some books like, for example, Tales of Norse Mythology, for example, by Gerber, this has a compendium of a lot of stories, and you can understand the scope of things and basically see what other things we can expect in Elbaf. I think it's a good reading, for example. Or now that we think it's Usopp's saga as well, you can read Usopp's illustrated fables as well. A very nice book with mini stories, all of them referencing Usopp's stories as well. Very, very nice concept of books. I love to read, and I am always recommending books and stories and movies here for you to read and to watch and to learn some things. Okay, my favorite topics are fantasy, epic fantasy, mythology. Okay, and so all that is involving the creativity and the fantasy and the aspect of this. And to be honest, a lot of things that I read, I see references from that Oda took for One Piece, like the Arabian Nights as well, references he took in Arabasta to create these stories, these great stories and everything. So yeah, let's do the hair. We said was gonna be pink. So let's do the hair pink. I will add a little bit of darkness later. I love to add a little bit of darkness to all my characters all the time. This is the hair. The hair is very long, so I'm just gonna be doing like this. This is hair. To situate more or less, so we know what is what. This is cape, but this is hair. Yeah, something like this. I like it. And then we will add in a second a little bit more, but so we differentiate the areas. Cape here, and the bottom as well. We will paint it a little bit like this for reference, okay? In conclusion, what we have been talking today here in this video about Loki is that Loki is good. He is a good guy. He is gonna be helping us. He is already clashing from the distance with the God's Knights. He considers them scum. He will never join them. That's proof enough that he is good. He is against everything that they are. He is against the world government concept and the God's Knight concept. They are scum for him. So I think we are gonna be having the assistance of Loki the whole time during the story, okay? The whole time during the story. He's gonna be this kind of, reticent to change, like Zorro at the beginning. Oh no, I am not gonna be your comrade. I'm not gonna be your nakama. Oh, if you intervene, if you are in the middle of my... if you interpose yourself in my dream, I will kill you, Luffy, and all these things. At the beginning, Zorro was very much like Loki right now. So, slowly, we are getting into all of this. Probably, I just want to add some details like this here to the ropes, but it's gonna be more with the Faber-Castell black. 199 is this one. This is black from Polychromos, okay? Let's add some tones. Like this. Yeah, like this. You know that when I'm doing these black areas, these shadows, this darkness, that means we are almost finished, okay? So feel free to ask any question, request any character, propose any theory as well, and we will talk here in the channel about whatever you wanna hear. Really, I do this channel for me to I'm not gonna stop drawing, so I do this channel for me to express myself, to draw at the same time, to show you things, and to share my views in One Piece as well. And if we can open debate and conversation, or sometimes we will agree, sometimes not, that is very nice. That is very nice for me, and I love it. Let's create this. This is looking very nice. It's a bit of darkness here as well. Like this. Okay. Odin had other sons, and if we realize that we find Loki, One Piece Loki, in Hell, where there is another representation, another area called Hell, another character in Norse mythology called Hela as well. We see that character in Marvel as well, and I think there are still many things that Oda needs to release, and we will be seeing all of them slowly. Like this. Like this one as well, like this. I'm curious about the eyes. The eyes is a very delicate topic because if he's gonna be so strong, we seen him as a kid with the blinds, with the blindfold on the eyes. We have seen him as an adult as well. If we have confirmation of what I said now, that's another theory that we get confirmed, that he's so strong that he actually doesn't need to have the eyes open. He can actually see with observation haki, like he's actually like Daredevil basically in the Marvel's stories, that he's able to see this kind of sonar like a bat or something. That can be very epic. That can be very epic. It will kind of elevate, not kind of paralleling Commander Katakuri, not kind of in that aspect. Maybe observation haki of Katakuri is more developed in the sense of being able to see the future, what Luffy was learning, but maybe Loki is more able to see distance, okay? He's kind of covering more radius, like Enel. I mentioned Lola before, electricity, Nami, Zeus, Big Mom. Enel is coming. Enel is coming. I said it as well in some of my previous videos. We have seen Loki toying with the thunder, with the electricity coming from the clouds and moving that electricity to attack here or attack there, like it's candy, you know, like nothing. I 100% think that meme and that face that we have as a meme with Enel, with the open mouth, that then, you know, people have drawn many other characters in that position, like we see Perona as well in the story against Usopp and everything with that face. I think Enel is gonna come. Enel is gonna go crazy and do damage, yes, because he's gonna bring the mechanical ancient weapon that you can find as well. The theory of the mechanical ancient weapons here in the channel. There is a full playlist about it. I will put here, and if I can't put here, I will put down in the show more section. That's one of my biggest theories I have in the channel. But I think when Enel comes, he may want to attack, because Loki thinks he is Nika, he is the chosen one, like Kaido. Everyone thinks here they are Nika. Enel was acting like he was the chosen one, he was a god as well. And I think Enel is gonna try to attack Loki. Loki with the hammer is gonna redirect the attack, not even the attack, but he's gonna suck his power and is gonna drag him like his energy, and gonna drag him, and he's gonna attack someone or somewhere with Enel. And I don't discard the idea that he's kind of ping-ponging, like using like a tennis game, like a ping-pong game, throwing Enel to one side of the map, one side of the territory, and then Nami being on the other side, with Zeus' help, redirecting the attack as well and throwing Enel to another side. And we have this kind of funny moment with Nami, that Nami was gonna be living with Enel at the end of that saga, of the Skypiea saga. He will say, oh, you know, obviously the woman that I was gonna take, that is because she's so strong, something like that, you know, like recognizing the strength in Nami and how much she improved, that she's able to with Zeus use Enel himself as power and throw him away to another place, or attack someone with that power, or, as I said at the beginning, destroy the Adam tree, because they need to destroy the Adam tree, and that is the theory I had always since the very beginning. It needs to fall, it needs to drag all the Sky Islands, and everyone needs to fall, and they need to save everyone from falling, everyone from drowning in the water as well, with the ancient weapons, okay? With the help of the ancient weapons. And something very funny that I realized as well, I don't think I realized before, but I may do a video about Jarundin about this. Jarundin's helmet looks exactly like the design for a south bird that we have in Sky Islands as well. So maybe because their boats can sail on clouds, maybe he's assisting Bibi, I would say Bibi, or if he ends up being the ancient weapon, maybe assisting his brother Loki into rescuing people from the Sky Islands that we know, okay? Because they need to come up at some point, they need to come out at some point, and they need to do something, the Sky Islands, and we need to connect them to the story. They need to be at risk of dying, like everyone is at risk of drowning at the moment. They need to be at risk as well. So if they are by threads of cloud, connected all of them to Adam, as I always said, and when Adam is caught and is gonna fall, they will fall as well. And these guys with Bibi, with Loki, with, you know, Jarundin, with the boats, with flying, with the beasts, with the flying beasts, and everyone, and the creature from the egg that is gonna be the heir or the Sky King. All of these are gonna rescue the people from the sky, so they don't die smashed on the ground on the blue sea. Okay, so yes, he will be helping us. He will be assisting us with this, but all the time he's gonna be looking like cool, you know, like, you know, I'm the bad guy, but he's not the bad guy here, okay? I think I finished for today. I explain quite thoroughly through the whole spectrum of areas why he may be good, from his father, from his brother, from the Chebek, Rox di Chebek, from the connections possibly with Kaido, with the connections with Nika. Many things explained about Loki. I think we are good. Let's sign for today, okay? This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the theory. I hope you like the video, and I see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.